Good evening, folks, and Happy New Year's. The last couple hours of 2021. Thank Jesus. The year is almost over. Hopefully 2022 will be back to normal. Fingers crossed. I wouldn't place a bet on that. Alright, so the beer I have today is Duchesse Chocolate Cherry. Now this is going to be an interesting one. I like chocolate. I like cherries. I like beer. But I'm not too sure what the combination of all three will be like. However, it is a Belgian beer. With that being said, Belgium is one of the great beer countries, especially for ales. I don't think too many beer enthusiasts would argue that point. So it does have potential. So it says barrel age when a touch isn't enough, and then a couple different languages. English, chocolate Duchesse Cherry is a refreshing cherry ale matured in oak casks with, supposed to be addition, but it's spelled wrong, with addition of 200 grams per liter of whole cherries and natural aromas of chocolate. And 6.8% alcohol, so a little higher than normal. So I'm just going to give my glass a quick cold water rinse, and we'll crack it open. Chocolate cherry ale. Alright. 2021 is over, hard to believe. Great year in some ways and not so great in others. Hopefully this COVID thing will be over in 2022 and we can all get back to normal. And for me, I can get back to traveling. I'm itching to go anywhere. As long as it's on a plane, getting out of here. Alright, so it is dark, however, I'm not sure how well you can see it from there, but it actually has a red tinge to it. Assuming you guys can see that. I'll put the light there, put the light through it. So it's definitely got a little bit of red to it. It had quite a bit of carbonization, which is dissipating fairly quickly. However, I can actually hear it bubbling. Ooh. And aroma-wise, the first whiff I take, it reminds me of red wine. And I'm not a wine drinker, so this is going to be interesting. Very much it reminds me of red wine. Alright, let's see how it tastes. Doesn't taste like red wine. That is interesting. It's got a lot of carbonization to it. Even when you're drinking, you can actually feel the carbonization, the bubbles type of thing. Almost like you would a champagne, but not to the same degree. I'm really not a fan of the aroma. That's basically, like I said, it reminds me of red wine. And I'm not a liquor drinker other than beer for the most part. I guess it's the cherryness in it. Lots of bubbles in it. But it is tasty. Quite a strong taste of cherries, a little bit of the chocolate. Actually not a bad combination, better than I expected, to be totally honest. I'm just trying to think, if this was a blind taste test and I had no idea what I was drinking, I'm not even sure I would be able to narrow it down to a beer, to be quite honest. I know as soon as I put my nose to it, I'd think I was drinking a wine, and then after the first sip I knew I wouldn't be. Yeah, it's some kind of, for me it's somewhere in between a cherry cola and an ale, I guess, which is exactly what it should be. That is very, very interesting. Rating wise, I'm totally perplexed on what to do with it. It's not a bad beer. I wouldn't say it's a great beer, but it's fairly good. I just don't know if it's good or very good. And for me, that's the difference in the ratings. My ratings: a 1 is a drain pour, don't like it, can't finish it. A 2 is like, yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I'll finish it. A 3 is a good beer. A 4 is a very good beer, and a 5 would be the best beer ever. Quite honestly, I'm leaning somewhere between 3 and 4, probably the higher end, 3.5 to a 4. And quite honest, I'm quite surprised at that because it did intrigue me when I seen it. However, quite honestly, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I have been. And you might be thinking, okay, well, if you didn't think you enjoyed it, why didn't you pick it up? That's exactly why I pick it up. I enjoy trying new beers. I enjoy trying unique beers, and even beers that I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be a lot to be desired. I want to try it just to see if that's the case, and this is exactly what happened here. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, and if I had another one of these, I could easily pound it back tonight. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I'm tempted to give it a 4. The only thing stopping me from giving it a 4 is the aroma. Because every time I take a sip, I'm getting that strong, for me, almost like a red wine aroma. And for me, that's a bit of a turn off. Now, once I take a sip, the taste kind of beats me there, but yeah, it's kind of in between like a cherry cola, a red wine, or a port, and a beer all mixed together. With that being said, I think I'm going to stick with my 3.5, which is between good and very good beer. So you go, folks, for the Duchesse Chocolate Cherry, 3.5. Hope you can join me sometime in the new year. We'll see what we got in the fridge. Until then, enjoy responsibly. Cheers, and Happy New Year, folks. Here's to 2022.